Hi there everyone! Welcome back to English with Catherine. Can you believe it? I've got 100,000 subscribers. 100,000 people! That's like, I don't even know how to process that. It really is so great to have you here and I'm just so grateful for your support. Honestly, thank you 1,000, a million times. So, what have I got for you today? I bet you're thinking. Well, I've got a video about proverbs. Now, I know you guys love videos about idioms, and I'll have to tell you that I love idioms myself. I totally understand why you like them. There's something really lovely about them, the combination of words, the fact that they've been used for hundreds of years, some of them, and just the deeper metaphorical meaning of some of them is really touching and really heartwarming. So a proverb is a small saying that very accurately conveys a message, a piece of advice, something that will help you in life. And really, these proverbs, these pieces of advice, make up the backbone of society and how you should live your life. Some of them are so obvious and moral and just really good advice for how to win at life and how to really be a good human being. So I'm going to share 8 of the proverbs that I kind of live my life by, as in the meanings of them really speak to me. My everyday life reflects these proverbs and what they mean. So what are we waiting for? You clicked on the video to watch a video, so let's start. Number 1, practice makes perfect. What a lovely proverb. And you know, it just gives everyone hope that anyone can achieve anything, really, if you practice. So this means regular exercise of an activity or a skill can actually help you achieve perfection in that, or helps you master it. Now I'm going to share something personal with you. I've never ever been good at maths. It was my worst subject at school. I was picked on by a teacher who was just really horrible to me and used to make me do sums and fractions and percentages in front of the whole class, and I never got them right and I could never understand how to do it. My brain just doesn't work like that. I'm a creative person. I draw circles but never accurate lines. I'm just not mathematical. But the idea of being able to practice it and learn the basics so I don't struggle in life, you know, when I need to do maths, it really, really helps me to believe in myself, that if I put the work in and I practice, I will overcome this weakness, I guess. And what is the life lesson of this proverb? Well, it just reminds me to believe in myself. Number 2, all that glitters is not gold. The meaning is, all that looks beautiful and perfect on the outside doesn't necessarily mean that it's perfect and beautiful on the inside. So in other words, the attractive external nature of something is not necessarily a reliable indication of the true nature of something. And you know what? This is such a useful proverb for me especially, because I'm quite a trusting person, okay? The word is naive. I'm quite childlike in the way that I am. I see the good in people, I guess, which can be great, but can also be quite bad at times. I take after my mum with what I just told you because she's really trusting as well. In the pandemic, someone called up my mum and somehow managed to convince her to give them all of the computer passwords, absolutely every single personal detail that she had. She just gave it to them. And my dad was just like, what have you done? The computer is completely broken. Like the whole computer was just broken because they just like hacked the whole thing. It's pretty bad. They didn't talk for a while after that. So what is the life lesson of this proverb? Well, it just reminds me to be wise. Don't trust in everything that you read. Don't trust in everything that you hear. You know, see the good in everything, but don't be tricked. Okay, so good one to remember. Not all that glitters is gold. Don't forget that. Number 3, a rolling stone gathers no moss. I love this one. If you don't stick at something, if you don't be consistent with something, you will never achieve anything great or big. And I can really relate to this because when I was much younger, I used to just dabble, we say in English, dabble in projects and start this and then start that and then give up on this and try this. And that was great, right? Because I tried lots of things. I tried lots of different jobs. I didn't know what was right for me. It took me a while to know what was the right thing for me. But back then, someone could have described me as a rolling stone, a bit of a rolling stone, which means she's just rolling along. She's not staying still long enough for moss to grow on her rock. She's just tumbling along and just not really achieving anything. I mean, I did achieve things, you know. I was a high achiever. No, I wasn't. But yeah, it was definitely my lifestyle. I was quite a wild person. I liked to have lots of experiences and I didn't necessarily want to do what everyone else was doing at that time. So what is the life lesson for this? Well, it just reminds me to be consistent, to stick at things. Number 4, all things must pass. I love this one. It's so comforting. If you're ever going through a bad time, a difficult time, you know that it will pass. It has to. The passage of time takes place and things do come to an end. And that I find a comfort, especially when times are hard. So this could be used for something big like the pandemic. I remember thinking about this proverb then. Well, it must pass. It has to. It can't stay like this forever. And thank God it didn't. Or you can use it with smaller things like last night, for example. I didn't think the night would ever end because I was in so much pain with my back. I couldn't sleep. And honestly, I was just telling myself, the night will end. The night will end and the morning will come and then I can just get up and take painkillers and just try and forget that the night happened. So what is the life lesson of this proverb? Well, it reminds me to be brave. Nothing lasts forever. Things will pass. It will get easier. Be brave. Keep smiling. Number 5, to go the extra mile. What a great one. This means to put in the extra effort. So you think you've done a good job? Well, try again. Go a little bit further and then you really will have done a really good job. And for me, this proverb relates to relationships. So being a good sister, being a good girlfriend, being a good daughter, being a good friend, of course. If you go the extra mile for someone, they will probably go the extra mile for you. And it's just how life works. For example, for my sister's hen party the other weekend, I really went the extra mile. I did so many things to make it special for her and it felt great, honestly. So what is the life lesson of this proverb? Well, it just reminds me to look after the relationships in my life, my loved ones, to make sure I treat them with the absolute utmost respect and go the extra mile when necessary. Number 6, if you snooze, you lose. Now this one is technically, according to Google, an idiom. But, you know, it just snuck its way into this list and I hope you don't mind. I just love this one. Okay, so snooze means sleep, okay? So basically it means if you sleep, you lose out on an opportunity. So basically if you don't take the opportunity will go and be gone forever and you will lose out. But you can use this with job opportunities, you know? You've got to get in there quickly if you see a job that you really want. You've got to apply quickly because lots of other people will probably be applying. This is especially important in London. If you snooze, you lose. Wow, that couldn't be a more important proverb or idiom for London life. It's very competitive and it teaches you to just be at the top of your game and just be, you know, really switched on. So what does this proverb/idiom teach me? What is the life lesson? Well, it's to be alert, to be switched on. I'm someone that is maybe a little bit dreamy, thinking about fairies and birds and then I'm like, no, if you snooze you lose. You've got to be aware of the opportunities, all the things that could be great, you know, just be alert, aware and keep your eyes open. Number 7, once bitten, twice shy. Now this means if you're bitten, it means to be actually like, you know, someone's jaw, some things, like a dog or a wolf or a bear, jaw around you, you have been bitten by something, after that you're going to be more scared of that because you've had that experience. You're going to be more wary of that happening again. Now, this proverb is really important to me because it just reminds me to sort of learn from my experiences as we're going through this life on Earth as human beings, to try not to make the same mistake twice. Sorry, there's some kind of crazy rocket about to launch or land. Can you hear that? It's really weird. It's like a kind of rocket sound. Okay, so before this incident that I'm about to tell you happened, I had never been mugged, which means when someone takes your phone or your wallet off you when you're walking along. Nothing like that had ever happened to me. No one had ever stolen anything from me. So I was quite like blasé about that, which unfortunately is how it is, isn't it? If it's never happened to you, you can't say once bitten, twice shy, because you don't know what it feels like for that to happen to you. But anyway, I remember I was with my friend and we parked in Chelsea in London, and I left my bag on the front seat of the car, sorry, to my friend. So someone saw my handbag on the seat and smashed the window to take it, to steal it. And I remember when we came back to the car, I was so confused that it had happened. I was just so like shocked. I was like, really? Like did that actually happen to me? Like, why? I mean, the funny thing is I had just started out as a teacher in London then, and all I had in the bag was just textbooks. There was nothing valuable in the bag at all. Funny. Once bitten, twice shy. Now, when I go somewhere, I make sure that I don't ever have my bag on display if I'm going to leave the car. I never leave anything valuable on the seat because it's just asking for trouble. So what does this proverb teach me? Well, it teaches me to learn from my mistakes, to just be aware of this life experience and try not to make mistakes twice. Number 8, the last one. Rome wasn't built in a day. Really nice one. Really good to remind ourselves of this occasionally, right? Rome was not built in a day, meaning it takes time to build good things. In fact, if you think about it, everything good takes time. Cooking, I've noticed. If you try and cook something really quick, it's going to be nice, it's going to be very convenient, it's going to be very easy, but is it going to have the depth of flavour, the depth of quality that some people strive to achieve? And, you know, I remember when I was living in Spain and they made paella, and that would take hours, and it was so delicious. Wow, I miss the paella of Spain. Back to the point. Good things take time. So if you're struggling in life, just remind yourself of that, because I do. So give whatever you're working on some time. Just give it time. Do it the favour of investing your time in that, and I promise you, it'll be better for it. So what does this proverb teach me? What is the life lesson? Well, it reminds me to be patient. Patience is key. We've reached the end of the video, guys. Sad times. I hope you enjoyed it. A little bit different, kind of. I mean, I was doing quite a few idiom videos before, and I do love them. So I've returned to what I love a lot, and I hope you loved it. Let me know in the comments below which one was your favourite, and click subscribe if you haven't already. Sorry, that's so shameless, but you know, it really helps my channel. Once again, thank you so much for 100,000 subscribers. I'm so happy. And yeah, you can follow me on Instagram as well if you want. All the details are in the description box. And yeah, have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next Friday for another video. Bye.